Well, you've heard the expression, all dressed up and nowhere to go. Well, that's Pi and I at the moment. The parts of the motorbike are in, so we were going to take the bike down to Chiang Saen Town and get them fitted. Unfortunately, we've just washed the bike and it's looking really, really nice, but it won't start. Another challenge, another day. Never mind, honey. 15 minutes later, she's purring like a kitten. Yeah, I think it might have just been the spark plug that got a little bit wet. Took it out, dried it. It's fine now. And hopefully in a couple of hours she'll be all back to normal again. Brilliant stuff, isn't it? Good old girl she is. Well, we made it to Vicinity okay, so the bike's now in the shop. There she is. Somebody asked me the other day, Graham, I saw the MT-03 in Vicinity, why didn't you get that? Well, there she is. And it is a lovely looking bike, there's no two ways about it. For touring though, if you're going to sort of really get around, it's not a lot of use, especially when there's two of you, because obviously you've got the weight of two people, then you've got like your backpack, and then you've got your tank bag, so yeah, it's a bit underpowered, but nice looking bike, very, very nice. It's amazing how the style of bikes have changed so much, and none more so, I think, they're in the naked class. They seem to get a little bit more beefy looking. I think it's really nice, even with the lower CCs. Even the 150s now look a little bit bigger than they really are. I like them. I just like the styling. I think it's really nice. Now, one of these things we've always talked about is motorcycle safety. If you're going to ride a bike up here, you really need to be kitted up. And there's other benefits to it as well. Now, as we were approaching the town, they'd set up a roadblock. Now, the usual police checkpoint, nothing unusual. And they're pulling over every single motorcycle. And the reason being, none of them got any helmets on. Pi and I went through, jackets, helmet, gloves, boots, no problem at all. He just looked at us, almost surprised. He saluted us, gave us a thumbs up and waved us through. So yeah, if you're going to ride a bike up here, definitely kit up. You really do need to be careful here. On that note, of course, you know, as I said before, Chiang Rai is nowhere near as bad as it was in Phuket, so it's pretty quiet. They've got some beautiful roads up here, they really have. Pi and I are still looking forward to when they complete the Ban Sel to Cheng Kong road, because that truly is spectacular, but it's going to take a little while yet. Now, no second guesses for where Pi and I are, and as you know, I'm a creature of habit, so guess what I'm eating today? I know you're thinking cow pat moo god, what else would you order? Well, today I thought I'd try something slightly different, and there you go. This is sweet and sour fish. It's one of my favourites. I had this at Rai Sungarong and it's really delicious, so I'm going to try it here and see what it's like. And of course, just some plain steamed rice. Well, the proof of the pudding is in the tasting. That's actually really very nice. The fish looks just lovely. Now this is the same fish that we farm, tilapia, and they've made a sweet and sour out of it. Very nice. Oh, that is delicious. And of course you've got all the vegetables in it, and pineapple. Wow. The pineapple up here, I've said this so many times, is just unbelievably sweet. But again, you know, most of the fruits are here. Way better than we ever used to find in Phuket. Right, time for me to dig into this and fill me belly. Well, as you can see, I didn't like that at all. No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about ordering another plateful just to make sure I didn't like it. No, absolutely delicious. I mean, incredibly good. I don't know which is better actually, this sweet and sour fish or the one at Rai Sungarong. The one at Rai Sungarong is certainly a little bit more spicy. They put a little bit more chilli in it. The lady here knows me and knows that I can't really take chilli, so she didn't put any in at all, which was just perfect for me. But absolutely delicious. The price, 100 baht. That included the rice. So, you know, absolute bargain really. You can't knock it. The food here, as I've always said, is just such good quality. And yeah, very, very tasty and really so cheap as well. Now you guys have seen the undercover market where they sell all the fruit and veg on lots of occasions. Well, this is the back side to it. So when you come out the back end, this is it. And again, no matter where you go in Chiang Saen, there's always ruins. Considering how peaceful Chiang Saen Town is, it's almost impossible to comprehend the amount of violence here in the 1300s. Today, of course, you have the Burmese, you have people from Laos and Thais all trading happily with one another. Of course, when you come out the little soy, you're then right on the main road, crossing this, and you've got the Mekong. Great little motorcycle tuk-tuks though, aren't they? Really cool. Now this is the little customs hut here. So they've got a small little customs office, and then it leads down to the dock. And this is where all the little boats go across for trade and, you know, ferrying people as well. I said to you guys the other day just how clean Chiang Saen is as a town. Yeah, I've got to take my hat off to the local administration because they do make sure it's very pretty. They're just building a new pavilion up there as well. It looks really nice. There's these little benches all the way along the walkway. It just gives people time to sort of sit, relax and take in the spectacular views across the Mekong River and Laos. Just beautiful. The guys here are hanging orchids in the tree, and it just adds a real sort of special splash of colour. Orchids are so beautiful though. Very cool, isn't it? Nothing like it. Hard to describe at times how I feel when I sit in places like this and just look at the majesty of the views. Yeah, it's can't really be described, I don't think. It's one of those things you really need to come and experience it firsthand. It truly is an incredible place. Of all the places I've been to in Thailand, and I have been to a number of places, Chiang Rai so far is just absolutely breathtaking. I've never seen anything like it. And again, it's so diverse up here. It's such a busy little town as well, but again, you know, because of all the trade, but it's just a fantastic place to come. Oh, lovely. The smell of fresh coffee. Now we're in a little coffee shop and we've been in here lots of times, but we never showed you guys in it. Right opposite us, through the window over there, is Cinity, where our bike's being fixed. And this little coffee shop is called Dreamy White Coffee. And it's just a lovely little place. It's air-conned, so it's nice and cool. I'm not a great fan of aircon as a rule, but when it's hot like this, yeah, it's nice just to get out of the heat for a little bit. There, you've got a good sign on the wall there. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. Somebody once said that to me on their vlog in the comments, and it's very, very true. But you can see they've got a lovely little place here. Smile, there's coffee. Outstanding. It's a lovely little place. It's only very small, but yeah, they do a good selection of coffee and hot and cold and frappies as well. Frappy like a milkshake. They also do cookies. What else have they got? I've got honey there, but I much prefer to get honey from the locals because I know how it's made. Looks like they've got some really nice cakes going on there as well. Graham might just have to try one of them. Yeah, it's cake, innit? And when you've got no teeth, cake is a good thing to eat. It's like when you're in hospital, if you want ice cream, it's a good thing to eat. Oh, that's my excuse, I'm sticking to it, that's it. Pie, she's really tired. Yeah, we had one of those nights last night, I'm afraid. They decided to kick off and party, and then the dogs kicked off. So not a lot of sleep last night at all, I'm afraid. No, it actually wasn't from the Lao Cow den across the road, so that was a bonus, I suppose. Not quite sure where it was coming from, but it was loud, that's all I know. It kept us awake. A real pain. No, we haven't had much trouble with the Lao Cow den for the last couple of weeks. It looks like the Puya Barn put a stop to it, or at least for now. Thank you. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see if it continues to remain reasonably quiet. If I can just sort the dogs out across the road, I'll be fine. That and the traffic. Oh no, I'll do like a whinge. I'm an old woman, and I. Well, there you go, guys. A delicious bit of blueberry cake and a lovely cappuccino. And all for the princely sum of 95 baht. You can't complain at all. I personally think that's more than reasonable. I don't think that's expensive at all. But again, I've not actually come up against anything here in Chiang Saen Town so far that's been, well overpriced. It's just reasonable. Now, Pai said to me, no, I don't want any cake. But I don't think that's going to stop her from digging in. No, it didn't. That's it, see? Blueberry. Do you like it? Nice? I just tried this cake and it's absolutely delicious. You know what it's like? Normally you get these cakes and they look really creamy, and the cream tastes like just lumps of lard. This doesn't. It's light. It's almost like a whipping cream. It's just really light, not very sweet at all, and the blueberry sauce is just divine. I could quite easily become a cake connoisseur. I do like my cake. Seriously. If you're ever in Chiang Saen Town, come to the Dreamy White Coffee and just come in and have a cappuccino or whatever coffee you like and try one of their cakes. Unbelievably good. Yeah, even Pai said she doesn't really like cake, and yet look at my little cake, it's almost all gone and I've only had 2 little bits. Yeah. Do you want some cake, honey? Oh no, thank you. That's good, isn't it though? Well, there you go, guys. She's back on the road. She's got herself a brand new Rad reservoir tank, and he's fixed the seals on the front shocks. Now, he did say that the front forks themselves are getting a bit old and will probably need replacing within the next 6 months. He also said that the rear shock will need replacing about the same time. It's an old bike, she's now nearly 9 years old, so you just expect these things. As with any other type of vehicle, you have to maintain them and replace parts as the years go on. One good thing about a Honda though here, they're dirt cheap to maintain and they are really reliable. In the 9 years that I've had her, she's broken down twice. The first time was about 5 years ago, and it was literally the battery. The battery went dead. I was at the house at the time, so it was no big deal. The mechanic came out, put a new battery in, and it was fine. The second time was this morning when it wouldn't start, but again, that was just a spark plug by the looks of it, and I just give it a clean and it was fine. The total bill, 1,400 baht. We gave him 200 baht as a tip. He's more than happy. We get a great service, and it's always really, really good here at Sinati, so no complaints at all. Absolutely brilliant. I'm back on the road, that's the main thing. Well, that's all from Pai and I today. We're going to head on back home. Again, we're both delighted the bike's back on the road. Whatever you do, have a fantastic day and stay safe. Don't forget, guys, please subscribe, share and like. It does make a difference. And Pai and I, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.
See you tomorrow.